I don't know. This whole workout culture is kind of interesting. I'm about to start back up again. I'm about to go back on a no bun diet. And
you should film it, man.
I was actually. That's very, very interesting. I'm trying to figure out like what to film and what not to film in my overall life, because so much has become where we film everything.
Yeah.
Like, I truly believe that probably 5 years from now, if we're still on this road, I'll walk around with just people filming me at all times, just for overall prosperity, I guess.
The meal prep, since that's probably going to be the most important thing.
See, but I don't really eat like normal people. Like, for me, cutting out buns out of my diet because I eat so much on the go and on the run, or I eat like sandwiches, period. Because where I come from, sandwiches are like what pizza
survival
is to
food.
New York. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I have bread for everything. Dude, I believe in the fresh baked bread if you can get it, dude. It makes something so.
Yeah, my wife makes bread from scratch. It's really good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, you could do progress though, because I always like to watch those videos. They're kind of motivational and stuff like that to watch whenever you see somebody transformation and shit.
But
like,
see, I've already made like the major one, and we didn't really catalog it. It was just kind of like
you can use pictures too, though. But
yeah,
and just do a roll of stills.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not trying to get built. Like I played rugby. I don't have anything to prove to anybody.
Yeah.
And shout out to the SaberCats that like apparently Houston's gonna have the second.
Have you been in one of the games yet?
No, man.
Yeah, I haven't made it out to it either.
Here's the deal.
We have a rugby team in Houston?
Yeah, SaberCats.
We have lots, actually. We have a lot of club teams, and we actually have a professional team.
Mm-hmm. They play out in Sugarland.
I've been trying to get APR, like, at media credentials or something, just to be involved, just because I played it in college. That was one of my things. But no, the thing about rugby is that there's a rugby culture to it. There's, like, players, and then there's songs, and there's a whole bunch going into it. The real big problem is that you can't really understand the flow of the game unless you at least play it once.
Right.
Because it's both offense and defense
at the same time.
A rolling clock.
It's like soccer and football combined when I watch it, though. That's the way I kind of look at it. But there's different rules and stuff like that, of course. But
it's actually older than football. That's the problem.
I know, but I'm talking the back and forward of offense and defense, because soccer's the same way. Like there is no coming off the field for defense, right? Yeah. But is rugby like soccer where certain players can only play certain parts of the field?
No, you get fucked up anyway.
Okay, all right.
Because it's really about following the ball. Everybody needs to follow the ball.
So it's essentially what we used to play in the hood when you throw it up in the air and when you get tackled.
It was very much. That's kind of how I thought about it when it was time. And it was just like, because all of a sudden it's like a kickoff, right? But you're not wearing pads, so it's not like football.
Yeah.
Like with football, you had to pass to where like you would leave your feet. It's illegal to leave your feet in rugby. Because you're not wearing any pads and like you don't want to go full board. Like it's all about technique.
Oh, so you can't hop over nobody.
Like people get hurt anyway, but like you'll get fucked up. Like real talk. Like, the fact that I went out there with a mouthpiece and an electrical tape around my ears, that was stupid. Like, that was stupid that was the only thing that I had out there.
Yeah.
And, like, like...
Hey, man.
But, you know, everybody has their thing.
Yeah, you got to learn, too. You know.
Yeah. No, I hurt my back. I'm done, man. I'm retired. You will never see me out there again.
I think I would enjoy it, though, because I love playing football in the hood with no pads,
You would actually be a good position.
I love that shit.
It would actually put you could probably be over at a scrum half.
Yeah, I would have played that if we had that, like, in high school or something or whatever.
I had a next door neighbor in college who was from Ireland.
Never knew about it until afterwards.
He decided that I had to play.
Nice.
During his recruiting, and so like you know, shout out to James. So like, and he showed me how to play. And
they got some badass chicks that play rugby, though, man. That's really hard ass too.
Yeah.
That shit is violent. I wonder if they look into CTE with that though.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure.
Because that shit's got to be horrible.
Well, like James used to say that if you're not seeing stars, then you're not having a good game. And so, like, for me, like, you know, like, hearing that shit, you know, I'm literal about shit, so, like, I'm hammering.
Okay.
And it's like, to be honest, I'm not even that physical. I don't like to touch anybody.
Oh no, I'm gonna tear your ass up. Like I don't care. I'm the biggest person. I'm coming at you. I don't care. You go feel me for at least those seconds.
Dick,
yeah, it's fine. I'm still.
One thing I found out.
One thing I learned about big dudes. I remember playing football, man. Just at gym for at Paul Revere, and the biggest dude out there, man. We playing tackle. Everybody's scared to tackle him, man. The biggest dude out there, way bigger than me, man. 3 times bigger than me, dude. Head up with him. We both saw stars though, cause I bow. He fell out. I went out, blacked out for like a second. Boom. He like, all right, got back up. He like, yeah. After that, he respected my tackle. So he wasn't doing me like he was doing everybody else, because he was bullying everybody else, and I was just like, man, you know, big niggas fall too if you hit him in the right spot, and you especially if you hit him low and he ain't really got that. If he top heavy, oh no, I know, but some people don't. Like the big Mark Ingram ass legs and them toe tackles don't work for some people. No, some of them don't work for some people. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Planet Pert episode number 24. Welcome to Planet Pert, where you could get in free, but you got to be a G, like a Newport Short, Louisiana Parish Jail. I ain't got no filter, man. We back after a little 2-week hiatus. Last week I had a little gout in my mind, you know, and without a gout, I'm back. I was saying the corny ass jokes all week with my wife.
It's a lot of things going.
Yeah, man. We really playing catch up, man. Like 2 weeks ago, I went to the Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast coming out to Houston. That was a good time, man. It was good to see.
It was very interesting.
It was good to see it live. Did they record it? Did he put it out?
They haven't put it out.
Okay.
They haven't put anything.
Yeah, it was good.
It was more like, it was interesting the fact that they were charging $150 for the VIP meet and greets and stuff like that. Like, they're setting the bar. What people don't realize is that they're setting the bar, like, because technically they are the most popular.
Yeah.
Like, because they're the most.
I think
popular,
people go see Joe Rogan too. Joe Rogan has so much money. He doesn't have time. I know he doesn't have time to do those type of things. They are setting the bar as far as creators though, being able to just go sit down and just talk a bunch of random shit. But this was a little bit different. As I've saw a couple of the live shows online before, so of course I kind of knew what to expect. But it definitely got better since the first ones that I watched, because it was like a lot of crowd interactions.
So that's what they do, is crowd interaction.
Yeah.
So they make you part of the experience.
Yeah, and that's what was cool. And that shit ended up going to like 11 something, bro. Like they were supposed to be out of there because the rafties were supposed to start at 11.
Okay.
Yeah. It started at 8 because, you know, black events never start on time. It's supposed to start at 7:20. That shit didn't start till like 8, like almost 8 on the dot. So 3 hours though. They gave us 3 hours, and
which
then
is what they usually run.
And then
they run around
gave us a little.
55.
A guy came through, did some sleepers and stuff like that. And it was
so they did do sleepers.
It was just one dude though. So he kind of been touring through Texas with them. He's from Houston, I believe, or somewhere in Texas. But he came through and he did a couple of R&B songs and stuff like that. Man, I think Joe played one of his songs. He played that Beautiful song. It was on, I forgot what episode. It was a couple episodes back, because I remember him playing that song and I was like, man, that song is actually really, really dope. Dude was dope too. But you know, people, he's not famous enough, so like, you know, 20% of the crowd gets up and leave. But me as an artist, I walked downstairs to get a closer view anyway, because it was time to go, and I didn't want to catch the rush of it's one elevator at the House of Blues to take you up and down. So you gotta wait like 99 hours to get on the fucking elevator. So we hurry up and bolted out of there, and then we just stood, you know, close to the stage and just listened to it. 'Cause me, I'm not leaving till it's all the way over with, because I know how it feels to be on that stage, you know, and then people leaving, you still do your thing because it doesn't matter.
But you see it.
Yeah, you do. And then you have a big crowd, you like, and it makes you question yourself, or you killing, but then you watch and then you can't focus on that though, because you have to focus on the people that's actually still watching you and paying attention, and then you're like, all right, well shit, I got their attention, fuck y'all, leave.
It's amazing how like afterwards, how much you would, especially on gigs like that where like you're closing some shit, but not really closing some shit, right?
Yeah.
And so like people are moving and shaking and doing their thing, but then once you get off, everybody's telling you how good you did.
Yes.
Like, it's like, but you're like, man, like I saw them.
Yeah.
I saw them. And so that's what's stuck in your head the whole time.
Man,
it's amazing.
For one, man, Houston crowds are dry. Y'all know I always tell y'all that. I mean that because it's a fact. If you go to a concert anywhere else, go to a concert in Austin, watch how lit it be. You go to a concert in Dallas, it's probably going to be lit because they even said their Dallas crowd was actually one of their best crowds. And while we did laugh and we had fun, like interaction wise, like, you know. Houston niggas too cool, bro. It's like the same thing at the club. You paid $20 to come in this club. You came in for free to sit on the wall, and just nod your head. And that's no disrespect. It's just that's the culture. Like that's what it is, you know. Like when I went back home to Louisiana as an adult and I went to the club, it was like a fucking a voodoo fest in that motherfucker. Like you couldn't. It was like an African. It was so spiritual though because everybody was dancing, and it wasn't the same dances I see down here because Louisiana has its own thing. It always has its own thing. So if you go to a club there, you're gonna see them dancing some dances that you never saw in your life and never even heard of because they're always inventing shit. That's one thing about the culture down there that it reminds me of Africa a lot because it was like. At least what I've seen Africa to be, right? Because it was more rhythmic and spiritual, and everybody's just there to have a good time. You don't give a fuck about watching the next man dance because you're too busy dancing yourself. Now, there's a lot of other bullshit that goes into that, but we're not talking about that. I'm just talking about the essence of the environment, and it's just dope as hell to see. And the crowd was just dry, bro. That was my getting back to my point. The crowd was just dry. I've been to several concerts where everywhere I go.
When's the last time you danced?
For me, Saturday.
No, I know when's the last. You already have talked about how you like to get down.
Yeah,
I'm talking about D. When was the last time that you danced? I think it's been since I want to say the 90s. Son.
Nah, man.
The early aughts. The early O's.
You didn't have a reception?
No, we didn't dance at our wedding, and Mary quickly changed out of her dress into
something comfortable
and jeans.
I mean, it's not for everybody.
I did the same thing.
I can't dance, bro, but I dance. You know what I mean?
You
got me fucked up. I'm about to boogie. It was
my sister's spring formal. I did the father-daughter dance.
Okay.
For her when she was a Spartan there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. Wow, it's been a long
time. I don't know. Maybe
she has grown.
Again, it's just a culture divide with that. But
when was the last time you danced, D?
D don't even look like he danced.
I don't, but
no, but that used to be how
Metropolis,
you used to have to get the women through dance.
No, you didn't. Only thing you had to do was know how to rock back and forth while they throw it back at you. Facts. You go on them balls on a cruise or nothing?
Right, but like they got like the little clubs and stuff.
Yeah. So you put on a suit to not dance when you went on that cruise that time?
No, I only put on a suit for Captain's Day, which is the dinner. After that, I'll come out there.
They don't have like a ball after that, nothing dope where you go dancing with your suit on? Fuck that, I'm leaving my suit on.
No, there's several different bars, but it's depends on what style you like.
Okay.
For instance, there's a cigar bar, right? And then it's I want to say about the size of the living room.
Okay.
And you got different like tables. You can order cigars from the bar.
Okay.
Cognac. Laid back. Then you got might be a salsa.
Okay.
A jazz bar. On 2 doors down.
Yeah.
Then
I'm in all 3.
Piano bar, just piano
all
bar.
4. Yeah.
You got the ESPN bar, you got sports running all day long.
Oh no, I ain't
there. Club. Then so it's like
it's just hot.
So if you want, you can like put a suit on every night and go to cigar bar.
Well, I wouldn't put a suit on every night.
But no, I said there's options.
Yeah.
I'm saying you just put on a suit just to go. I'm like every night. Honestly, you could technically put on a suit if you wanted to.
Cause when you put the slippery shoes on, man, that's when you got your best dance moves, bro. That's when you can hit your little slides and get cool with it. Come on now, you know what I'm talking about when you got the dress shoes on. Everybody done it. Yeah. Everybody did the moonwalk. Everybody did the moonwalk in the dress shoes. Everybody did the moonwalk in those dress shoes.
Like as soon as I can afford it, I will have tailored suits like Steve Harvey every single day.
I mean, like I said, bro, it's just
I will, and then
I will fuck with that.
They would make,
but not every day, bro.
Nah, because like I would stop wearing jeans and I would wear only sweatpants or like like pants that were just made. I would make like whole track suits that are just made out of sweatpants material. For me, that'd just be my staple.
Okay.
And just be like, and be like, man, why did Trey always wearing sweatpants? Be like, then that's what he does. Be like, the motherfuckers in the cup.
He's either in the sweatpants or a suit.
Or a suit. Be
I
like,
got you.
Man, that's the only time you could ever see me.
There's no in between.
Like, it's a suit.
No, that's official.
Or sweatpants.
That's official, man. That's official. I mean, I
like, dude, if you knew somebody who had custom sweatpants, material, everything, that was his leisure wear, just chilling.
But you got sweatsuits, man. Like blazers, they got
that's true too.
Suit, but in sweatpants material.
Really?
That's true.
Yeah, blazer and slacks.
I don't get to go.
Hey, before we get too far in, man, free Soldja Boy, man, Big Draco, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, they gave my nigga 200 more days, man. Free the Soldja, man. Soldja, man.
Oh man,
we holding you down, man.
Going to jail.
Like what do you do? I don't want to free him if he.
Oh, violation. Well, he had bullets.
No.
Well, you know he got caught with the Draco and the other shit. But he had bullets at his house when
he was a dumbass, and we got to frame him because he was a dumbass.
Well, they ain't find no gun this time. They raided his house and they found fucking bullets, bro. Yeah, but come on, raiding my house and finding bullets. What if I never got rid of? What if y'all didn't find all the bullets and they didn't know I had the bullets?
Why are you putting your whole house?
And you knew you were still on papers. And you know they can do it anytime they want.
Instagram, and on Snapchat.
I got you, bro. But if
because I mean to sit there and question the system when you know it's messed up.
What if you came over and left bullets in my house though?
No, you
owe me a fade. Yeah. If I knew you was on paper, I wouldn't do it on my partner like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because
my friends
put you in a situation.
My friends come over for me to clean their guns,
but
right?
He's 7 figures deep, dude.
That's the thing. You got to be smart about
like
that.
After that, you're moving.
Y'all know these little niggas not smart.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can see.
Y'all know they're not smart.
Well, true, but I'm saying is like you like, what if I put bullets in your house? I'm like, and if you was pulling in 7 figures, like you the money man.
Yeah, but we just saw that. You
gotta beat my ass.
We just saw that with Kodak, and I don't want to talk about Kodak, but we just saw that with Kodak with the Canada thing coming back across the border with the guns in the car, and he's driving it. Like, what the fuck? Like this.
He's kind of slow.
Why are you?
Yeah, we've already.
Why are they living their
We've already
their music videos, man?
We've already discussed that.
What? Living.
Why are they living their music
I think
because who said it? Well, shit, I forgot now, but they was saying I think it was Boosie. He was talking about that.
Well, he can't talk. He just got caught with a gun and weed.
It's not even judging anybody going to jail. He was just pretty much saying that like nowadays. You know, like the question was about living in your video,
right?
And he was trying to say that like the younger rappers, they're like you gotta actually be
doing the things that you're talking about.
Yourself, so you can see it. Going to jail makes you have a
little clout, validation,
So it's like the real line of being real gets pushed every single time.
So can I respond to that? Because like when I see all that as an old head, because at this point I am. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that's how they take that money from you, right? It used to be warehouse fees or vinyl breakage fees for CDs. It's all the different ways that they figure out to where you got to put out that next album so that you can get back to even.
The labels don't.
Everything will
go away. The labels not.
And so like that's how they keep you in the slave, bro.
Yeah, they're not. The labels don't care, especially when they own all the masters. If you die,
when they're paying the lawyers and keep all the bills and know how much you're racking
even
up.
Paying the lawyers, because when you go to jail, you get the streams up, right? Streams go up. When you die, what happens? The streams go up. Man, Nip died, his shit went up 3,000%.
No, but
Michael Jackson died, his shit probably went up 10,000%.
5 figures. I'm not going to. It was.
Let's think about it.
5 figures for the song "Happy" that was played on Spotify or streaming whatever for since.
Fuck Spotify. This shit was in fucking Despicable Me.
All I'm saying, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Talking
and that's
about.
all you get from it. So like, think about that, right? Think about it. Let's just do like hood math.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making 7 figures from just one album,
right?
Between album 1 to mixtape 1. Let's just do that short. All right. You're gonna pay for because you're no longer doing a mixtape in your boy's studio. So now you're actually going to a studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you might get some features on. So now you're paying their fees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then On top of all that, you got to do all this clout shit so that you can show it off, right? Get the rapper starter kit now, right?
Stupid.
Right, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
But
bro.
then all of a sudden, doing all that clout shit, what does it do? It puts you where you're actually indicting yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so
6ix9ine.
now you're over in the lawyer game.
Okay.
Mixtape, because you know you got to generate some funds before you go in.
Right.
You're already down.
Yeah, of course.
Then you do something dumb like start selling drugs when you're already a rapper.
All right. Yeah, and so that's what keeps
we saw how many times we saw that story.
Going back because you got to get that hood, that off the street, off the books.
And money. They keep hitting you with bonds on top of the bonds, and they're getting money off of those bonds. And and bro,
that's how they keep you in that.
We know this already
of indentured servitude, and like these kids just don't even know. And I don't even think it's really crazy. I saw a meme today that said we're in the most knowledge-rich century ever
with the stupidest people.
With the stupidest people, and it's because you get to make choices whether or not you're going to learn.
Smartphones do not make smart people. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you make those decisions. You know, that's why I was like Boosie. I feel what Boosie be saying. Boosie be saying some real shit, but then he riding down the street speeding, smoking weed with a gun in the car. Like bruh.
Yeah.
Smoking and riding is already played the fuck out.
Well,
I'm not just because I know a lot of niggas smoke and ride still. That's great for y'all, but that shit played out to me in high school when we used to get pulled over. Why you pulled me over? Yeah, probably because you had too many niggas in the car. But while I'm here, I smell the weed. You know what I mean? And you put yourself into these twists and predicaments. I remember going to South by Southwest for D-Road. I was like, bro, I got my strap. He was like, you mind if I smoke? I said, yeah, but I don't smoke weed. So if these hoes fuck with us, I don't smoke weed, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's what I know that. So I'm like, I don't know nothing about the weed. He like, nigga, I'm gonna take my own case. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. Cause it's like, nigga, we smoked before we left, or you smoked before we left, and then we got to turn around, and we hadn't even made it halfway there. You got to smoke again. And like when I go to Louisiana, my other cousin, he got to smoke before we smoke, and then we smoke when we smoke. And then he smoked before he smoked that smoke. Like, nigga, like, it's crazy, bro. It's like, bro, you just rolling at the house. He's like, yeah, people, I got it smoking another. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever, bro. So you driving, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. To each one, but you got to come actually with some real shit before you just be out here just running your mouth for clout.
To every man.
Of course.
And so I think in this day and age where like everybody's trying to live out their bullshit, they don't really understand it. Like Jay-Z's a dope dealer, but you have never ever seen Jay-Z even close to drugs. Not even in a video, son.
No.
Not even a music video. Think about Dead Presidents with his grimiest, earliest. That dude was nowhere around anything. What were they around? They were around money. If you remember in the Dead Presidents where Biggie's around the table, all these motherfuckers around the table, they were around money.
Yeah,
you will never, ever be able to associate that without Jay-Z profiting off of the mention of crack, cocaine,
that's just this new gen and what they be doing, bro. You see what why are we talking guns and bullshit? You saw the shit that happened to Bun B, bro. Like when Bun had to shoot a nigga, you know what I'm saying? And
so I broke over into his house. Like, what was wrong with that cat? We did not realize
this
what he was doing.
This was 5:49 in the PM, right? So
you think somebody was coming?
Well, let me just tell you before I get into. I'll tell you what happened, but before I even get into what happened, when I saw it. I saw it was a brother that got arrested, but they didn't tell how old he was. I said, bro, this a new gen. This a 90s baby. Because you want to know why? Because like we're not out trying to rob Bun B. Bun B is a nip. He does shit for the community. He speaks a voice for us. Like he speaks up for us. He's into policy. He's into a lot of things trying to help and increment black change, bro. You see him everywhere. He's a fucking professor, bro. Like I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, gotta be a fucking 90s baby, new gen ass nigga, 20-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, I already knew that before then because we have too much respect for Bun B. I don't even give a fuck if we didn't like his music. We as our generation have too much. I see Bun B all the time, bro, and it's just like, hey, Bun, what's up? He speaks to you. Same thing with Slim Thug. He rides critical mass with us. Hey, what's up, Thug? What's up, man? Like, it ain't, I'm going to follow Thug home and try to rob Thug. Like, that's the mentality of these little fucktarts because he's just in some, like, townhouse type deals where they just want to follow this nigga and rob him. And for what, though? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and then not even pull the job off because then you start shooting. He comes in there, y'all get into a shootout. Bam, bam, bam. I'm glad he hit him. That way he got his stupid ass sent to the hospital. That way he can go down for a couple of years and sit his ass in jail. Because again, people 20 years old, he's still learning. That was a grown ass man that came in his house. I don't give a fuck because he made a grown ass man decision. Same thing with 6ix9ine. Like I tell y'all, I'm not giving niggas passes for being 2021. Like you're making grown man decisions. You're gonna get grown man repercussions and consequences, bro. So I'm happy that Bun didn't die in that situation because after Nip and if Bun would have died in that, I would have gave up on black people. Facts, all 100%. 100 per fucking cent. I wouldn't speak to another nigga I don't know for the rest of my life. I don't give a fuck if he was dying on the side of the road. I probably pull my phone out and film him dying like the rest of these fuckers do. I would have gave up on that shit, bro. That's just fuck that, man. It's fucked up, bro.
Because I saw, because for me, it was John Singleton this week.
Yeah, Singleton. We're talking apples and oranges, but Singleton was fucked up. Singleton was fucked up when I saw it because they had already had him dead before he died.
I saw.
Of course, the internet does that though, because everybody wants to have the story first. It doesn't matter if it's right. They just want to have this. They Donald Trump and this shit. They just go freestyle it. But he was still on life support at the time, and TMZ had to come back and correct that shit. Like, no, he's still on life support. And then by the end of the day, I think what happened was they were making their decision on whether they were going to pull that plug or not because they pulled it later on that day, right? So I think that just leaked out that, oh yeah, he's dead already. Like, oh, because somebody wants to have the hot take and the hot news.
Well, of course. But no, I was just saying that it kind of was. There's been so much going on as of late.
Yeah, it's only May.
That it's
May 1st.
That like it kind of like when I saw the whole thing with Bun B, I was like, all right. I
was not all right with that.
With it,
I was mad, bro.
Yeah, because that's the scenario that you worry about. As somebody,
and then his home,
as somebody who's an avid gun owner, nobody wants somebody
his home
who comes in and
his lawyer's dope as fuck too. His lawyer's like, I hate to say it, but I'm glad he got shot. White dude, I was like, he was just like, he was like, this Texas, and I felt the white dude, and he was talking that shit, but what he was talking was real shit, man. Because that would have been a tragedy, man. That would have hurt. That would have fucked me up. No bullshit, bro. We lost Pimped in a fucked up way. Passing in his sleep, possibly on this. Who gives a shit? We lost him, right? That shit was sudden. It was crazy. But after Nip, a month later, like Bun gets taken at his house while his wife is like, are you serious? His wife opens up the door. You come up in this bitch mask up, trying to rob him and get jewelry. But I never really seen Bun B with a lot of jewelry, bro. I seen him with like one chain. So it's like, that's when I knew it was like one of these little young fucktards, bro. Like I stay away from them dudes, man, because I would probably end up killing them more than I would loving them. You know what I'm saying? So I just stay all the way away from them because their perception and value of life really is worse than a gangbanger in the 90s, bro. And at least them niggas held some sort of standard of, okay, we're only gonna do this, this, or this. Man, these niggas out here in Chicago killing fucking women. Lately, they've been just shooting women up. Like 20 in the last month. Women, bro. Talking white with kids in the car, everything. Just, I'm like, what type of sick fucking shit is going on with this new gen, bro?
It's because they've been living in a war zone.
I don't want to talk about this shit because I don't want to get serious, bro. Let's talk John Singleton. I mean, I just don't want him to get into that because that's another conversation that I was just gonna get mad about. That I like to be in my bubble and not think about it. So I was thinking immediately, probably because we're selfish, I was like, damn, Snowfall is going to take a hit. I was like, maybe this next season will be good, but who's going to step in and fill those shoes? Those are big shoes to fill. Snowfall?
What is it?
Oh, man, you wasting your life. Snowfall.
I make more shows.
Snowfall is basically about the crack epidemic in the 80s, the beginning of it. So they started off with powder, and then they started to cook crack. So it's basically how crack. If you're going to watch everything that I talk about when I say...
I didn't watch Breaking Bad.
But hey, again, this show was for us, by us, because it shows how in the beginning of that shit, like, the hood was like a sense of community. Niggas just sell a little weed here and there. It's a block party. Like, it's love. And then it transitions into this crack coming around, then money, then territory. than violence, even amongst yourselves in your own little cliques and family. So it's showing you the rise. I hate to tell you this, but it's showing the rise and fall of black people. Facts. Because that's what happened. That's what I witnessed in the 80s when I watched the crack epidemic. When I watched all that stuff. But it's still a good show, bro. Incredible actors.
To look over at shows with
it's not about you looking at the bad of it. I'm looking at the progression of the show.
What I'm saying.
Because you just what you about to say? You don't like when they depict us?
No, I don't like when anybody's depicted on drugs because I think it desensitizes people to the quote unquote zombie culture.
Okay.
That's when everybody's watching the fucking Breaking Bad, since you know what I'm saying. All right. It's like you desensitize for the fact that all these motherfuckers are on opioids and methamphetamines and are walking around like zombies.
Those are facts.
Nobody talks about when everybody's sobered the fuck up, right? And now these alterations are back into the gene pool. Nobody talks about these new kids, just like crack babies, who will have an incessant need for cocaine and they don't even know why.
But how does a TV show make you feel that way?
Yeah, why? Because it desensitizes people from looking at it. When you see an image enough in front of you, it does not seem real. That's the reason why. And I'll take no, Pert. Every single time that you see, when we first, a lot of people. Okay, I'm not even going to say you.
It's a different point of view. I'm listening.
Looked over at 9/11. They didn't think that shit was real because we had just seen Independence Day and seen aliens blow up a White House. And so everybody looked at it the first time. It wasn't until the second time that people started reacting. This is documented shit, man.
I'm asleep.
And so
I didn't care.
No, I was working. But these things happen. And so, like, when you see things, when you see images, right, of Vietnam, that's when you realize what war is. But before that, people were going off, and when people were coming back from World War II, they didn't realize all of the things that they had seen. Because nobody had really seen that.
I think we're desensitized to war because we saw those things.
So, like, when you put things on the images on the screen, right? You start getting people used to looking at things like that. You get people used to looking at zombies. You get people used to looking at people who are strung out on methamphetamines. You get used to seeing black people strung out on crack and cocaine and all these different things. But the thing that nobody ever talks about our culture is that they gave us many things in a long stream of things to make us all be enchained, whether it was syphilis, whether it was heroin, whether it was then cocaine, whether it was then crack, that they handed to us. They handed to us. And then they told us that marijuana was they were saying that marijuana is how white women is going over to black men.
I know that.
And they say all this shit, man. But what nobody is really understanding is that it's leaving lasting impressions on us. It's leaving. Like all these things that we saw growing up, we probably shouldn't have seen them. We probably shouldn't be so comfortable with somebody having an hour-long TV show where at any given time there's a scene of somebody cooking up crack.
Okay.
Right?
That was my reality, though. I hear you talking all this shit, but TV didn't show me that. I saw all this in the 80s.
Depicted on the TV.
So who gives a fuck at this point? Because the story needs to be told. Why not tell the story?
Because you want that story told.
Why not? I know.
So I don't want that story.
Okay, well, that's two different sides of a spectrum.
But you can't tell me what I see.
But you can't sit up here and look at everything and be like, well, this is that way because that way. No, it's not for me. For you, it is. For you, it is. It's not across the board. Yeah, because he's saying that it's both of y'all are like, well, it's being desensitized. It doesn't desensitize me. I seen that shit when I was 8. That desensitized me. Like, not the fucking TV show. Because like, what about the people? What about the people?
But now you're like 38, so 30 years later, you're already desensitized.
I love the show. I love the show because of that. Yes.
Nobody's saying that you can't love the show. Who doesn't? You're asking me why I don't want to see the show.
That's great, but you're trying to put everything into this one thing, and I can't lump it up like that because that's not the reason why I'm desensitized. I'm desensitized with me and the rest of the not just the crack babies, but the kids of crack dealers. We've already saw all this already. So I'm just telling you, the show's about the rise and fall of the black community. You don't want to watch it, but you watch Roots. Like y'all watch other shit where niggas are slaves, and y'all watch Django, and y'all have a great time with them white people saying nigger 172 times in a movie. That I hate that movie.
I never saw that movie.
Yeah, I hate that movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Yeah.
I never saw 12 Days a Slave. I don't need to.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just telling you, with these movies,
why do you have to go?
These movies won awards, my nigga. I'm not.
Because other people are.
But then people watch Medea movies when they depict black community like for being this ratchetness, and that shit ain't cool. Like, so if you want to talk desensitizing,
that's not what. Okay.
I know. I'm just saying, if you want to talk desensitizing, like that can desensitize you to be like, oh, okay. I guess that's all the niggas are.
Expand the world,
bro.
Let's expand the world.
I mean.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, like,
get into your bag. Because you had 20 minutes right now.
No, man, because like I can think about what's happening for more than just myself.
Right? I know.
Like
there's
you
three
were
people in this
saying,
room,
this is
though.
what happened to me, but I'm saying no. There's 50,000 people all watching this shit on appointment TV, and so they're all getting affected by seeing the same thing. Just like you and I can see the same exact
Crack ain't
thing
really booming like that no more, though, bro.
Totally different. It's like you and I saw the same fucking movie. We both saw Endgame. You spoiled it, thank you very much.
Yeah,
but we both saw the fucking Endgame. When I saw it, I saw the rise and the fall of the attributes that can gall us.
You want to talk that nerdy shit, but we don't like it. But that's y'all nerdy
you were
shit.
Like, nah, this is the bullshit. This is the ending right here. And it's like, nah, that's
I skipped to the ending and gave it to you.
The same fucking movie.
No, because I didn't care. It didn't touch me like that. I don't have comic books on my wall. I don't give a shit about none of that like that. I did that when I was a little kid. I'm a grown ass man now. So when I with the shit that I saw when I was a little kid was crack, nigga. So I like to watch shows about crack. Saw Cocaine Cowboys 3 times. Okay. So like hey.
Well, I guess I mean I'm listening. I'm listening to this.
That's y'all. I don't care. I didn't care.
Because you try to make
sense out of
okay. But go ahead. But what are you looking at? What go ahead? Yeah. What do you see?
So all right. So I'm like number one. I guess we can recognize that technically you're right. Like just not on anything specific, but just the concept of desensitivity.
Okay.
I mean, we all can sit here and agree on it.
I think we're pansies now, but go ahead.
It's not about pansy or not.
Yeah,
it's just
people are pussy now.
I think you're thinking of desensitive and like the dramatic and emotional sensitive. That's not what he's talking about. Sensitive as in I've watched Rambo movies all my life. So when someone gets shot in front of me, I'm not going to flinch. Okay. So when it's like, all right, well, for those who don't know black people, because all black people don't come from the hood.
Facts.
For those who don't know black people, if they watch that, they're going to assume that we've all came from the crack era when we all didn't. So when you actually see a crackhead, you don't think, okay, that might be someone who needs help, just like you would see the meth head.
I wish Pat was here.
You would say, this is a black crackhead because we've seen that on TV.
Yeah.
And that kind of opens up a lot of the stereotypes and a lot of the things that people think about us because Hollywood only portrays the negative side of us because it's so entertaining. They're not going to portray the opposite. Or they're not going to portray where we are now. They're only going to portray.
Did you not just hear what I said about the beginning of the show of how you saw the show? You saw how
I watched all of them.
You saw how it was the barbecue, the block parties, just niggas smoking weed, selling little weed, bro. Like you saw the neighborhood was in sync. That's what I was telling you. That's what I'm saying. So you're not even looking at the beginning of the show. We're just looking at the build up to them basically building an empire. I know, but I'm saying in general, I explained that to him already. Like it wasn't about just the negative part of the show. It was about the rise and fall of the black community. And it's what it was, bro. And I understand you as far as the gateways. It is, bro. Like, I mean, I grew up in my community. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe in LA, whatever the hell they was at.
I'm not debating you. What I'm saying
in Baton Rouge, it was like that.
What I'm saying is,
I watched it.
You watched it. Somebody else watched it. I watched it. Mm-hmm. We all can see it 3 different ways, and I think that's what he was trying to put. Like, he was trying to say. It's like just because you watched it and this is how you feel. I watch it, I see this. But, he watches it and he sees. I mean, just the fact that we're all. Yeah. No, that's fine. But don't. He'll say.
I'm not generalizing saying everybody needs to love it because of my reasons. I'm telling you the reasons why I don't think what he's saying is true. That was the only thing that I was saying. But then he took it as me saying that, oh, anything you're saying is not true, because I already know where he's about to go with that shit, and it's fine that that's his opinion, bro. It's great. I'm not telling you not to have that. But don't lump me into that's like the same thing I told you about earlier when niggas like, well, you've been fucked over by my... No, bro, don't tell me what the hell I've been through, because you can't tell me that. Like, that's for me to tell you, not for you to make that assumption of that, to be like, oh, well, just because you grew up in the hood, that's why more black people know, nigga. I grew up everywhere. I lived with a meth addict before, nigga. Like the white lady, bro. Watched her, she had a twin sister. I watched her smoke herself thin. I watched her catch 3 felonies after I moved out of that shit, bro. I watched her ruin her whole fucking life. I watched her parents spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on fucking rehab clinics, bro. So I seen the meth side of it too. Didn't desensitize me. This was before Breaking Bad, before I even who knew Walter White was. I guess
I have a question then, like, cause I mean, shit. I'm hearing what you're saying on this.
I know those people,
but then right, I hear what you're saying.
We went to high school with some,
right, and so you grew up, and I get it and that's again, I see that's the part where because desensitized, like, it doesn't affect you no because you grew up with now. Let's flip the script back on when you did have an issue with people slandering Nipsey and all of that.
Okay.
Well, when you're desensitized to death, you don't respect it as if like you do.
Yeah.
So can you truly say, oh, because I'm desensitized to, the things that I say or the things that I don't care about?
No, Black Twitter was on some bullshit. They don't have to be.
Why is it on bullshit when they're on?
Because they was just slandering the dead man. That's on day one. Like, I haven't even been dead a couple hours and you're already throwing dirt on my name, bro. All these niggas, all these, see, my problem, it's great.
Isn't that what it is?
It's great they're desensitized.
Trolled on the internet for so long.
But a lot of it, I don't even think
happens. I don't care about it.
Yeah, because it's not their life.
Used to trolling so long.
And it's not their life, bro. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it still doesn't make it right. Because that's my opinion, though. That's my opinion, and because Black Twitter be on some bullshit, bro. I don't really give a shit. I told y'all all the time, bro. Black people could be racist, but nobody else could be racist. And we feel like we earned the right to be racist through slavery. We earned the right to be through segregation, through racism. That, oh, you can't be racist because you're not the ones being held down, and to be racist, you have to be blah 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 bullshit. Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. Because you have to start over at.
Yeah, I think you're saying
how many hours are we at? We have to start at minute 1 sometimes. Right? How many hours are we at? Yes, but
oppressor, you've never
been oppressed. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So you can't be racist if you've never been oppressed, right?
I see.
Like, they just be on some bullshit sometimes. And again, I understand some of this stuff because it makes sense when we start talking about generational wealth and passing things down and we getting into that bag. I understand what they mean by that. They think I'm so fucking whitewashed and I don't get it. Like, no, I do understand that. Well, and we can have a conversation about that.
Racism in America.
Yes, but money and racism runs this country.
But that's the thing. There's racism in other countries, but it's not because of money. Here, yes. But you can like you got poor countries that have no money, but they're still racist. And it's either a culture or a power or a hierarchy or, maybe it's a pride thing. But either way, that's their thing. I'm going to be racist.
It's older than money.
Right.
See, man, I don't know.
But all I'm saying is in America, they use racism as a weapon to ensure wealth stays white. For the black people that associate racism with the oppressed is because racism was used in America.
I got you. I just don't think TV depicts that. While we're talking about John, a lot of his movies were hood. But when I watched Minister Society, I didn't see it as being a hood movie. I saw it as somebody going through some shit, coming up like we did as young teenagers, young adults, trying to transition into the person that they wanted to be. And I watched life happen. Like, bullshit happen. It goes from this person getting shot at, or you jumping. One thing led into a whole ball of shit, right? Because if that nigga would have got rid of the tape, Chauncey would have never got his ass knocked the fuck out like that, right? Not in that fashion behind it. And then wouldn't have ratted him out behind the tape. He still would have got knocked out because he was a hoe and he was fucking his old. He ain't like that. But it was a domino effect of things that was happening. And then at the end of the movie, who lives? O-Dog, the most hardest nigga in the movie, lives. at least up until the point when they do the credits at the end, like, right? Because they got to give you something to fill that void. Because, like, what happened to Old Dog? But when fucking Sharif dies, that let me know all the time. I see Sharifs all the time. I still see Sharifs happening. That movie doesn't desensitize me from when I see an innocent black boy, innocent black girl, and I'm watching First 48. They're at a party, somebody shoots it up, and it's the valedictorian of the high school or the triple all the way across the board, triple A ass motherfucking student. Like they got A's plus. Like they're the smart month. Like it's always that, bro. That don't desensitize me to that because it happens. It's gonna happen again. It's not gonna stop happening. Like that part is where you get desensitized at. Like not the movie, bro. Not a TV show. Like John Singleton, man, bro. Most of his movies are hood movies.
Cause not the movie. It's more like the actual graphic scene of it.
Yeah, but it's like Baby Boy's about a nigga in the hood who didn't want to move out of the house. Like trying to.
You don't have to say that I'm wrong. It's just film study and psychology principles behind
Same
it.
thing. The same concept with news.
Yeah, but they say music makes you like rap music don't make you violent.
Man,
like it doesn't make you now when it's time to go do violence. Now when it's time to go do violence, we put on a Rider song. You know, we had
but not everybody. I mean,
we put that shit on.
The mobsters put on Frank Sinatra when they kill people in the back. So
I'm just saying when
music isn't the violent thing.
No. And it's entertainment for me, bro. All that stuff is a source of entertainment. I don't understand. I don't look at it like that. Maybe that's why I spoiled Endgame because I don't really give a shit about none of that. Y'all talk about waste 11 years of life. What 11 years did you waste watching the fucking movies? Like, are you serious? You're really waiting to see how this shit ended?
Yeah.
Like,
actually, yeah.
That shit hurt y'all that much?
That's what I said. You're desensitized to other people.
But you do that all the
feelings.
time.
I don't care about you.
But then you expect people to care about you.
You don't have to care, but don't generalize. Don't generalize.
Why you be getting upset if they don't care?
Don't generalize.
But like last year,
don't generalize.
For the season finale, Pert just decided to put the ice dragon.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, yo, man, but like some people like
download that shit.
But some people put the kids to bed early.
Oh my God.
Certain people took off.
I mean, yeah, either
like,
way.
Certain people tried to rearrange their life.
You have the same tools I have.
No, man. It's just it's about
right.
You have the same tools I have.
He ain't gonna. That's what I'm saying. He's desensitized to other people's perceptions. That's what it is.
And I like to ruin people's day. Like y'all haven't learned about now. Like I literally do this shit on purpose to ruin people's day,
bro. That is.
It's not trolling. Fine. I'm just ruining your day. No, I'm ruining your day.
The whole point is you can't start getting upset when it happens to you and an issue that you care about.
You
stay getting upset about it.
And I was like, nah, he did that for this, and this, and they were like, man, so he just literally waits around. So that
if some leak comes really out, happy, let him leak another episode of Game of Thrones.
Be happy. He's like, man, you can't have happiness.
Not today.
Let me show you. It's like, why even do that?
You happy, Trey?
My girl, why you shouldn't. And it's like, wow. It's like, wow. That's what you want to do with your energy.
That's the other side of the Gemini, bro.
But again, like I said,
man, my mom's a Gemini, and let me just tell you. I know both sides. I lived and was raised by.
I find joy in that.
Woman who did it,
man,
and like, let me just
gotta understand that people find joy in
like
putting
people.
You
can't,
like I literally.
You can't try to call.
But everybody call me an idiot. People unfollow. I lost 10 friends.
We waited, rearranged our schedules.
I don't even know who they were.
Hey, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then just because you don't care, you decide just to put it up there. But like,
does it really spoil it though?
I can't wait until Pert is like, man, I want it. Like, if it's an album or something, if I get that motherfucker first, dude,
Power.
I'm gonna do something ridiculous.
When the kid got shot,
yeah, he leaked it.
Spoiled.
But
when
why?
Angela got shot, spoiled.
And so, like, at this
because they shouldn't have leaked the shit. 50 shouldn't have leaked it.
Like, that's
I really don't care.
He doesn't understand when other people troll.
I don't want your attention. I just want to ruin your fucking day.
It's crack because he keeps doing it.
I don't want your attention. As I'm posting the shit, I'm literally laughing my ass off. Ask my wife.
It doesn't matter. You still want the attention upon when you press send. That's the attention.
That's
like we were arguing. I ain't even watched the movie. I fast forward.
Because
you wanted the attention from
I fast forwarded to the end
because you wanted the attention for spoiling it. You
have was like, watch this.
Crack addicts never admit that they're addicted, do they?
And I'm gonna cut it up. He probably put that shit in Premiere and made sure that it was exactly at that moment so that he can just go, hey y'all, I produced this, put this on up there just so that y'all can know.
I knew y'all were gonna have fits because y'all been talking about this movie for like the last fucking year, bro. It's like y'all been spamming my timeline with this shit. Y'all so excited about buying,
but then you find some shit and you get upset about it.
Y'all buying
tickets. It's like, bro, you hypocritical.
Y'all buying tickets.
Yeah.
Y'all
can't spell hypocrite without the Pert. I'm telling you,
hypocrisy without Pert.
Because that's the most amazing thing for somebody who just spent $150 to go, nah, you did that twice, bruh. Yeah. So I'm not even gonna do your math.
Oh yeah, I've spent some money.
Somebody who went on out there and saw Joe Budden because he wanted to have his experience. Yeah. Right? As somebody who wanted to have his experience, everybody who is 22 movies times $10 at a price.
You can't ruin a live show.
It doesn't even fucking matter, bruh. Like, somebody paid $200 to go over and see anything, right? They just did the equivalent. And what you were like, man, like, I know I don't care, and, like, it's not going to affect me either way. I just want to ruin your fucking day.
Yeah.
It's like an album releasing, then we pull up in front of the spot and just start playing
album. I don't even think he cares about somebody else's album.
No, I'm talking about his own.
Oh, like his own?
He have album release and we'll come up and say, this is the song. This is that bullshit. There you go.
No, it's being outside.
Yeah, leaking shit.
Like on our car speakers with the trunk pop.
Right. While they're waiting in line to go inside.
While they're all inside.
So they ain't got to pay us to it no more because we
while they're in line.
Y'all were really tight. Y'all were really tight. You weren't the only one. Y'all were tight behind that fucking movie, man.
Frankly, I was still.
I mean, you and follow. That's fine. It didn't matter.
I didn't give a fuck.
Warren followed me.
But I understand.
And Warren, only reason I even talk shit to Warren because I was like, nigga, don't go and tag me. Don't post no sub post on my shit.
I know. You learned that like 2 days later. Like he wasn't even tagging you.
No. Tag me in my shit.
He's right.
Don't sub me.
He's right.
When he said the video. He thought I was talking about the other post he made. I wasn't talking about that post. I was talking about the video clip because I had just shared the clip and I know he had just seen it because I posted on that post.
When you posted the ending, you tagged me. And
I didn't tag you. Oh, I did? That was a dick ass.
All of a sudden I'm looking and like I'm seeing the Thanos and I was like, man, I don't care. I was like, what is this? And so I just turned it off because it was bad fucking quality.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even see the clip. I just saw that.
But that's my whole thing. And then he starts making the memes and stuff and like, I didn't unfriend you, I didn't block you, I didn't do anything. I told you that the fucking movie was still excellent and that I can't help that you didn't like it.
I still say that last episode of Game of Thrones is better than that fucking movie, hands down.
It's too dark.
Nah, that's your TV. I watched it on my plasma. It was fine. That's y'all TV.
It was meant to be dark.
But I know it was dark.
And that's why I loved it. Like the way it cut. The way it was like
mine was on.
It made it.
It was way better than that movie. Either way it goes, way better than that movie.
There was so many like quick cuts to different things.
But even if you
ain't got nothing to do with that. What this dude did.
But I knew Arya. No, because no. Let me. Can I get my bag?
Night King, dog. I would be in here right
now. Can I get my bag?
Having a serious conversation.
Well, I already know that's who killed the Night King anyway, because I download my shit, so my shit staggered. So as I'm on Facebook, everybody's like, Arya, legend, Arya, legend. No, I wasn't. I still enjoyed it because I was like, okay, let me see how this bitch go kill a nigga. See, I don't.
Then you just troll.
But then you got, but
there's no.
Isn't that 9 o'clock when it comes on?
Did it come on now?
No, I'm just saying. Like,
no, because I had it.
People watch it live, so it
I had it bootleg at like 8.
Totally different thing. If
my bootleg comes out before. Oh shit!
Facebook is something totally different than taking the actual footage
of
a movie that hasn't been released yet and deciding just to let everybody know.
Especially when there are so many different like trailers. So if they purposely made everything
knowing that we have been talking about it for months.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all made that shit seem like it was about to be the greatest movie ever, and it just
lead it up to
it wasn't.
That motherfucker right there has been up there for a whole fucking year.
And
you're telling me that you didn't know that somebody might want to just see the fucking ending for their own two eyes?
No, it wasn't the greatest movie ever. It wasn't great. It wasn't the greatest Marvel movie.
Why you gotta force everybody else to shit?
It wasn't the greatest Marvel movie.
Why do you have to force everyone else to feel that way?
It wasn't the greatest Marvel movie.
And it was watered down. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, bro.
No fucking
bro,
idea.
you know what's going to happen. It was already,
No.
it was written already, bro.
He does to get the ends and then says you should have known it was going to happen.
To get the one stone, he had to get the one stone. No, I'm going to Avengers 1.
Wait till it happens.
I'm going to Avengers 1. Can I go to Avengers 1 and then you can talk?
No, because I want to tell you what happened. All right, as somebody who loves the comic books and the comic book nature, this is what they did at the end that you, not caring, don't realize. All right, they set up the Disney Plus universe with all their side shows.
Boom.
Right, they set up the next phase because we know who's going to be part of Guardians of the Galaxy next.
Right.
I
saw that.
Yeah, but they set up some stuff.
Black Captain America.
Thank you, Falcon. Yeah. That's actually what's supposed to happen. And if they
I know, because I know that. Another nerd already schooled me.
That was going to be an uproar, and I'm glad that they did what they were supposed to do because we should have the Black Captain America because that's part of canon. And that's all I'm saying. It's part of the actual storyline, and because they did change so much, it's kind of cool that they set up some things.
But you didn't think Thanos was going to die?
Huh?
Did you really not think he was gonna die? That's what I'm telling you, bro. Hero movies, bro.
That ain't
I know, but hero movies, bad guy wins part 1. I've never seen a part 2, even on fucking cartoons where the bad guy wins part 2. No, nigga, let the bad guy win again. Come and try again.
Back to Socrates, bro.
They got us with Rocky with their shit, bro. Like we know what's gonna happen when Rocky lose one. Has it ever been a movie where Rocky lost 2 times?
No way, Pert, that you could have told.
Has it ever been a movie where Rocky lost 2 times?
Endgame. There is no way that you could have told me that that
Thanos was coming back.
No,
that he was gonna die.
That's that. How did they get from point? That's why I say that you're the worst storyteller.
I didn't want to spoil the whole shit.
Tell me how they started from here to here.
The time machine. No, I watched the movie when they went back in time. I didn't want to tell you. If I really wanted to spoil the whole thing, I would have spoiled the whole thing.
You already did.
No, I didn't. I spoiled the ending. I spoiled the ending.
Before it came out. People had already paid.
And I was mad because they killed Black Widow, and that's my baby. So fuck them. Fuck y'all in that movie.
Paid their money.
Fuck y'all money. They made a Billy.
See?
You already got.
See?
You gave him a Billy.
Man, the energy.
You gave him a Billy, man.
It doesn't matter.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't like doing that trolling shit, man.
Thank
that
you.
energy gonna come back.
I really don't care about this energy, man. I was cared about the damn sleep paralysis I got when that demon came and saw me, man. I was like, oh, this.
Exactly
that was my payback.
You had pressing on while you were sleeping because everybody was putting that shit on you.
Somebody put a fucking hex on me.
It, I still went.
Somebody put a hex on me, bro.
I sat there for 3 hours. I had planned my pee breaks accordingly, and so I did not.
That's just too much for a movie, man.
No, dude. And I sat there and I had all the cups
That's
and
too
all
much.
the popcorn.
And it wasn't even that great.
And I enjoyed myself.
It's to the end, but it wasn't that great.
It was because it was 11 years of storytelling in which to where in the end
for someone who started for someone who actually
but a lot of
from the beginning and led up to it.
Yeah, but a lot of those movies, y'all keep talking this 11 years, this 11 years, this 11 years.
I didn't even have Mary.
Yeah, but a lot of those movies.
I didn't have Mary.
That's passionate.
A lot of those movies are bait for you to set up for the next movie, which sometimes had nothing to do. Which had absolutely because they kept giving origin stories. Then it's like, okay, boom, it's gonna tune in. Black Panther's coming up next, so he'll pop up at the end. It's like, okay, when Black Panther comes in, okay, well, boom, at the end. No, fuck that.
When Black Panther hit on Civil War,
look, man, I'm going in my conspiracy bag. This is why I ruined the movie.
I fucking popped so well.
I'm going in my conspiracy bag.
A couple of grand in order to have a Black Panther collection.
And what happened after the black guy came on? They killed him in the fucking Avengers movie. He didn't even get no shine in that goddamn movie. I'm going in my black conspiracy bag, bro. In Avengers, the first one, in the war shit, the black guy comes. Next thing you know, Thanos snaps his fucking hand. Now we don't have the black guy anymore. You know what I'm saying? Our black super. Can I get in my conspiracy bag? I don't give a damn. He wasn't in the movie long enough. And then part 2, he came back at the end of the movie. Y'all don't see that? See how they doing our black characters? Y'all not woke.
All right, bet. Free Soldja Boy, whatever that man talking about.
Y'all not woke. Y'all not woke, bro.
We used to it. This is
y'all not woke.
This type of BS that he always do.
Y'all not woke.
Don't pay attention.
Y'all didn't pay attention to that. How they killed the black guy. He what? Huh?
He said, huh?
Why he couldn't help kill?
He didn't say, huh?
But y'all so wrapped up in this whitewash movie.
Huh?
That
You don't know what
who got to be the
is?
heroes? The white dudes got to be the fucking heroes.
No, they
yeah,
were
man.
the heroes.
Yeah, they were, bro.
Yeah,
they were, bro. Yeah, I know, but Hawk is white, bro. He just turns green. He turns green.
No, he's permanently green if you watch the
movie. He was both people now.
No,
he's Professor Hawk, nigga. I seen it.
That's not even a fucking race.
That was phase 4. That was all right. So Mark Ruffalo could not have his own standalone Hulk, right? So the deal is that he was able to explore 4 of the storylines of the Hulk. So in the end, he got to do them all, where he was smash, boom, big Hulk, right? Without the origin, right? Then he got to be like the Hulk that was like, oh, I'm conflicted. And then the Hulk that would not come back out. And then he got to be where they're now in tandem. The Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, is an allegory for mental health. It is what it is, dude. I'm not telling you this shit. This is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
By the great Stan Lee told you exactly why he wrote this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he would get pissed off and he would be like, man, what if I could just Hulk the fuck out and smash something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, dude. The man wrote a whole bunch of shit. I like it because they're all.
I don't read books and shit, so that's y'all niggas. That's probably why y'all care about.
I was about to say that. I was like, remember he don't read books.
I don't read fucking books and shit because the books is just another man's thoughts anyway. So if I watch a movie, it's another man's thought as well. It is another man's thoughts. Yeah,
everything's another man's thoughts.
Yeah, I know. But I don't need to read it to be smarter.
And then I'll leave you to whatever you want to say. All right. The reason why
you can never ruin stuff I like to watch because you don't know about stuff. Y'all not into the things I like.
You always dismiss books, but what you don't realize is that a lot of books were the only ways that we could secretly transfer thoughts.
Yeah, of course.
If you don't want black people to know anything, you do what?
You don't teach them.
That used to be true, but that's not true anymore.
No, people can't read now. People can't read. People don't read now
because they don't have to.
No, people have lost the ability.
They don't have to. I can do an audio book. Why do I need to read if I can listen to an audio book?
It's the same thing.
I know, but what's the difference?
There's a 7
What would be the difference?
No, what I'm saying is
there's a 7-year gap, Pert, of people who were never taught or learned how to read.
I read books. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Right?
I got you.
And so what is in cursive? Let's just talk about some important documents that are in cursive.
Like the Constitution, all that shit, right?
The Constitution, the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
So
my signature.
Yes.
It's the only thing I need to know in the cursive.
Tell you. So when you start phasing out little tidbits of knowledge, right? Eventually, what we all have as collective knowledge is now slimmer. So now that nobody is reading a book because you can get whatever you want within 50 seconds, within a paragraph on Wikipedia, a lot of people are not having the collective knowledge. And so books are ways where we can watch. No,
stars align that I don't be seeing. But go ahead, books are.
I was taught how to see the storyline.
Okay, but I got cursive is so subjective that if I write like shit in cursive, you may not be able to read it.
But you can read it.
But you may not be able to read it.
But
that's great that I can read it.
Can you read cursive?
Yes.
Can you translate the English language that is written in print form?
Yes.
That is a skill that you have obtained.
But when is it? And when I went to college, it was like print. Now it's like type.
But Pert,
you got to drop some of that old shit sometimes.
If there's 7 years, right? 5 to 7 years is all you need to make a whole generation of people not have something.
It's a lost art, though. Who really uses it? Just because the Constitution's in that shit. I don't know. You could probably read the Constitution online now. Like what
if we change it?
Okay.
Then how do we know it was changed?
Okay.
We can't read the original document just like we can't read the Dead Sea Scrolls.
No, that's some conspiracy shit. That's going deeper in the rabbit hole that I have no clue what you're talking about at that point.
Should have read the book.
The book's not going to take 48 whatever laws of power. None of that shit's going to teach me anything that I don't already know. And I'm not saying I know everything, but nothing that I want to know. You know what I mean? Because like I said again, I just like to be in my bubble, bro. I don't like to. The things that I like the things that I like to educate myself with, you may not like. Like I watch some shit about life is a hologram. What if life is a hologram? They're trying to prove that life is a hologram by this theory. Then I was like, hey.
That theory's been a sound hologram.
I'm like, is it? Yeah. Is space a hologram? Like, I like shit that blows my mind. I don't like to listen to another. And even though those other men's thoughts, I still think these things sometimes through my own brain. So when I'm learning about the universe and learning about research and science, like that type of stuff is what. But that's why I say you can't. That's why I say I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I say you can't spoil anything that I like for the simple fact that the things that I like, we don't really have the answers to. So you could tell me your theory. You could tell me about relativity. You could tell me about. You could tell me. You could. I know, but you could tell me. You could tell me about. You could.
And he decided to make a video,
and it always changes.
But it's in the script.
You get more and more information, and it always changes, bro.
Online.
It always changes.
You choose to consume that way.
I post a picture of that black hole, bro. Niggas is like, that shit fake. But niggas will believe Jesus walked on some damn water and rose from the grave after 3 days. So like that's
your thoughts on what
I know, but that's because a book told you so. Because no, I don't. Nigga, I be on my science sites and I go deeper into my shit. Yes, there's other people, but this is collective thoughts.
You're using Facebook reactions to. That's what I'm saying. Like Facebook is the people that would go and say, "Oh, this is that, this is and that," because they didn't actually read up on it. So it's the same thing. If you just not to read and then you post something and then people that didn't read about
some people went and read it and still don't believe it.
That's another man's thoughts, right?
No, those are pictures. Those are pictures that 8 fucking satellites on Earth took at one time. Pointed at one.
Pictures of a man on the moon and still saw some flags blown with no wind.
There is wind though, but it's not wind. And I don't even want to.
He's so high.
Solar winds, my nigga. Solar wind, solar flash, solar wind. There's wind in space. It's just not wind like it is on Earth.
Dude, you don't have to tell me about the black hole. I got a fucking Google alert.
Dude, solar winds? You've never heard of solar winds?
Like, I've been watching.
Why do you think the fucking comets? Why do you think the comets have a white outer gas on the outside of it? It's because that shit's getting hit by solar winds, my G. There is wind in space. People are so fucking stupid. It's a vacuum, but there still is wind, my nigga. There's no friction in space. So once something starts moving one way, it doesn't stop. That's facts, bro.
Gravity, son.
Yeah. You just have to learn. But I mean, that's what I'm telling you. You can never ruin anything that I like because even the scientists, then I watched some shit one year. They learned some more shit. We only got 8 planets right now. They don't know if they bring Pluto back.
Yeah, but you don't have to be the
we learned now. Yeah, I know. Just telling you.
For spoilers, you don't have to.
I just don't care. Why do y'all care? And I do enjoy it.
There's something in you that chooses and gets a lot of joy out of other people's unhappiness. It's not me. It's you.
It's not the attention. It's really just. Y'all really think I like frustrating people?
You really do.
You like the attention.
It's not the attention.
It's your crack.
You love that every day.
It's not for the attention.
To get it out there.
It's not for the attention. It's just to frustrate you, just to watch you.
You wanted the attention.
How do I want attention if I'm watching you?
They're frustrated at what you did. Yeah. So you want the attention on you.
No, it's not on me. It's me watching you be frustrated.
It's like the fourth time, which means that this is repeated behavior to get the same
attention.
So, like, if I give you a candy,
you're not gonna minimize me to attention.
Pavlov?
It's not for attention.
Are we speaking of Pavlov? Are we pulling out Pavlov's tray?
Dude, or the dog every single time you spoil something to where I could just start.
If I was doing it for attention, I would actually put it on all my platforms, which I don't. I would actually give a shit about losing friends on Facebook, which I don't, because my face.
That's why.
If I don't, I know, but I don't. Like I literally.
It was one post, but this was your marketing role.
Trey, we're almost a week later, and I went back and looked at my shit today because I was on my profile. I said, "Damn, I had 971 or 970 something last week because I had added a whole bunch of people." One of Warren's friends and y'all friends, he deleted me because he's like, "Oh, Chris or whatever the fuck he is." I don't even know him. Like I added him because I posted some funny shit on Warren's page. He's like, "Oh, this guy's funny," so he jumped on my page, not knowing, yeah, I'm funny, but then I'm an asshole too. So he jumped into a pot he didn't even know nothing about because I don't add people. Like people add me. Like facts,
yeah,
nigga.
I'm funny, but I'm an asshole.
I saw her at the same time. So he came, he saw, he left, And then my friends came and lit his ass up too, because my friends think the same way that I think. They like, dog, niggas really tripping about this movie shit, huh?
My friends against your friends.
Nah, it's not about
We're
that.
gonna
Like,
meet up on Facebook and talk shit again.
y'all just care about stuff that we don't care about. Like, we make jokes about shit like that. I could watch the end of a movie and then bring that bitch back and watch the whole movie again.
Like,
and I'm not gonna be because I need to figure out.
Why do you have to portray your on everyone else? Why you can't just respect?
Because y'all need to suck it up.
Y'all.
Wow.
You too. You one of the babies too.
Not the fact that
y'all need to suck it up.
That's the crazy thing.
No, I cut 4 shows in one day so that I could clear the bench, right? All so that at the end of the cutting my 4 fucking shows and taking my respite from looking at a computer screen for work purposes. Only to go see, I got tagged by Daryl. Man, what's up, man? Let me go see what Pert's talking about. And like the only thing that I was trying to go and see, I got to go see the beginnings of, and I got to go, man, why do you even tag me in this? Like knowing that I've already taken pictures, put it on Instagram, and I'm over cutting multiple shows. Everybody sees the changes on Always Press Record.
Facts.
Everybody knows what's going on. And then at the same time, I look up and I'm tagged in the fucking spoiler. So that he can just go, man, fuck you too, Trey. Thank you for your work.
People. It'd be your own people.
It'd be your own people.
But Jay-Z said,
can y'all answer me one question before we get out of here?
But why were we in the barrel?
Yeah.
Nobody even told us we don't belong here.
That's true.
Why you ain't tell me we don't belong here?
But if y'all climb up, I'm already at the top trying to help.
Marvel?
I'm helping.
I wasn't supposed to love.
I'm helping you. I'm the nigga at the top helping you niggas out.
Love anything.
I'm trying to help you niggas out there. I'm trying to help you out there.
Supposed to love what Pert wants you to love.
Why do y'all?
Pert all the time.
No,
like what he likes. Believe what he believes.
No, you don't.
It's not even that he likes what he likes.
Yeah.
I fuck with Marvel.
You ask him about Game of Thrones, he's like, man, Game of Thrones was whack.
I fuck with X-Men.
This is what went wrong. And you're like, yo, dude.
And the ending was so predictable.
You're like, what the fuck, dude? How is that
SOA was trash. It was predictable.
From episode
there we go.
1?
SOA was trash. It was SOA.
From episode 1.
I already knew that was going to happen after that.
No, and nobody knew Jack should go right off. And even Patrick said that shit was dumb.
You said that you.
I said it was corny.
When you saw the Night King just
it got corny
with all the fire around him, you didn't go, ooh.
No. No, he did. I put that on my dead daughter. I knew he wasn't dead then, and I wasn't off. I put that on my dead. No, I ain't taking nothing too far because I'm telling y'all that.
Oh, bro,
my nigga, there's no way he was.
Man, when Pert's not around.
What she said? What was her little catchphrase? Nganda.
Like,
Cue music.
My boy is like,
oh my god,
he
dog.
sleeps on a lavender pillow.
Y'all can't. If y'all haven't watched it, no, nigga, I've seen it.
He cannot be this hard. You can't be this hard.
It's not about being hard, bro. Tell me what's new with what that happened, bro. It's like John's trying to get to Hero. I knew John wasn't going to kill him because I'm like, John, hold up. Let me tell you why. Because John, you're running the wrong fucking way. I have no clue where you're going because Brand's way on. I know
that was.
Listen to.
They want you to.
Brand's way on the other side in the fucking forest. Where if you listen to the play in the beginning, Brand, and you look at how they showed you everything, Brand's way on the other side. So I'm like, John's not gonna get to him. Man, they're not finna let Brand change.
I didn't realize that you're actually an hour behind me because I watch it in real time. Bro. So you want to know what I'm gonna do, Pert?
I just want to be on Facebook.
I'm just gonna stream that shit and I'm gonna tag
That's fine.
you.
I just want to be on Facebook. And even if you show me, I'll watch it. I watched it
because I'll do the ultimate move and I'll tag.
Doc, I'm the guy who goes to look for longer clips because I'm like, man, I want to see more of this shit and still enjoy the show the next day, bro.
And she will know that she needs to show you. So
it's fine because I'll be driving back from Louisiana at that time. It wouldn't matter. So I'm not going to see it.
Dude, I should come over here.
I just don't care.
It's like you're wasting your energy because even if he's a
I will watch it.
Try to act so hard that he won't. He won't.
Y'all really think
his pride won't even let you know if he's bothered.
I'm gonna come by.
I won't be bothered by it, dude.
Catch up on his brisket.
When I'm bothered, bro, I'm bothered, bro. How many weeks did I come here and talk about the Saints getting robbed? How many weeks did I come here and talk about the Saints getting robbed when I actually cared?
He gonna cry.
When I actually cared, like things I actually care about, I do whine and complain about. I admit that. I do whine and complain about those things. Saints lost. Why the complaint?
That was trash.
When the Rockets got cheated, that's why I said don't talk to me about nobody getting robbed. Because every last one of y'all, you laughed at my misery, you laughed at my pain, and you thought not you guys, nigga. I'm talking Facebook and these dumbasses online. Now when I go back through and I see y'all, I'm like, let me just be an asshole on this. Like, oh, okay. And I don't want to hear about nobody's eye, because when Brun lost the eye, they was like he could ball with one eye. Mike had the flu. This and that. You make up a million. People change these narratives all the time. But then when the things happening to them, I'll just bring that same energy back to them niggas, man. It is what it is. I'm done talking to niggas. It's over with. It's over with.
By bringing
it's
up
over
the
with.
actions of random other people.
It's over with.
Say because he acted like this, so I get to do this.
Episode 24. It does not stop. It will not stop. Shout out to Big Sarge Sports. They got the ESPN shout out. Always press record.
Record.com, man.
Comic Palooza very, very soon.
Not fucking with y'all. This shit's over with. This is the last episode, Trey.
He gonna cry in the car.
And dude's gonna cry.
Yeah, he gonna run down.
Y'all wrong, bro.
That I'm gonna spoil Game of Thrones for him, and he's gonna.
He's not gonna care.
Please tag me in, and I'll watch the clips. And I'm gonna still go home and watch the whole thing.
Right,
and it's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna bother me, bro. It's not gonna bother me.
Because
he's not gonna learn.
It's not gonna bother me.
Like, okay, I understand.
When you can.
Because part of him really loves it, and because he cannot admit that he truly loves it.
He won't admit it, no matter what.
Truly trolls.
So why wait?
It's not about trolling. I just like to spoil people's mood.
You gotta do it with something. He
keeps saying he likes to spoil people's mood, but we all know Pert, and Pert likes to be
not
gracious.
Trolling. Now, if you see the X-Men movie before me, I might feel the type of way.
He's always that person that you can call
Sophie
over
Turner's in there
and be like, "Yo, man, I need you to help," and he's like, "Oh man, I'll be right there."
But somebody spoiled the last.
No time to put on clothes. Should I just grab the strap right now?
Can I have the
strap right now?
Can I have the floor? Because somebody spoiled Avengers, the first one, right? Somebody, but he was lying.
So you gotta get it.
No.
Torchbearer of all trolls.
Although he spoiled Avengers, can I tell you when I watched the first Avengers? It probably was maybe like 6 months after the fucking movie came out. I don't give a shit about that. Now, that's what I'm telling. But I'm just telling you, it didn't matter that he spoiled it for me. I still went and I watched the fucking movie anyway because it just I just wasn't in a rush, nigga. I be doing shit. I be riding my bike. I be at the gym. I be living life, nigga. I be cooking briskets and shit. Like I don't be worried about this. Yeah, I don't be worried about this cartoon shit.
Right, I got it. That's you. But what I'm saying is how you desensitize
grown ass men crying about that shit. Cause y'all grown ass men crying about some fucking cartoon shit.
You cry about people trolling.
Y'all niggas is soft.
Y'all
niggas is soft.
Get on here and you get mad at you're not soft about because it's important. But everything else someone gets bothered by, they're soft because they care about it.
Y'all niggas is soft. And don't let me get Dragon Ball leaked either, because I'm gonna ruin that shit for you before it come out. Anything I get, now I'm going full metal jacket, baby. I'm ripping through the vest. Right. Anything that comes out, I'm leaking it. I might even put the whole episode on that shit. I don't care what quality it is. And I'm going to skip right to the end like I did this time. And I'm going to tell you about it again to ruin your day. I'm trying to make everybody on Facebook either delete me or unfollow me.
That Ready Rock is a hell of a drug, ain't it? That Ready Rock is a hell of a drug.
I'm trying to make all y'all delete me or unfollow me. I really don't give a shit. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't read most of y'all niggas' statuses anyway. I skip over them shits. Until I find something I like. Like, I know. Oh, and I got to skip over 1,900 Warren statuses before I can even get to Trey statuses anyway. So I don't give a fuck if you niggas don't follow me.
I got too many of them. Always.
That's my whole point.
Attention is
I'm just skipping through y'all niggas that post too much. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas ain't got shit. Damn, this is how I was when I was on it. Damn, this shit's annoying. It's even worse than when I used to post my post. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense. I don't care about none of y'all shit y'all be talking about.
I get it, D. He's still sad because they banned him for 30 days.
The band had nothing to do with it, bro.
That's exactly what you're back.
The band had nothing to do with it.
I think it is too.
I knew I was going to come under fire on this podcast, and I really didn't even care.
That's the reason why he didn't go to any of his other outlets. He only wanted to hurt Facebook.
You're right. I see it.
I feel it.
Cue the X-Files.
Man.
We don't have a sound guy. We don't have a sound guy.
Because it's a bunch of fraud-ass people on Facebook. Y'all know what the fuck it is, man. Yeah. When the new shit come out, I'm spoiling that shit too.
You mad?
Shout out to Golden State Warriors, man.
Big man.
H-time, baby.
boy said H-Town. You know he mad when he said H-Town. Big mad.
It's a bunch of rockets, man.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in to the Planet Pert podcast. Shout outs to. This is a always press record production.